Welcome to World War 3. In this video I want to talk to you about the public stress test that they are currently running up until the 7th of Feb. This was my chance to play the game for the first time since, I think about 2019 or something like that, a very, very long time ago. And I've heard a lot of good stuff about the game, but I've also heard a lot of negatives too. With this game, currently, outside of the public stress test, they are running a closed beta. You can gain access by purchasing one of their special packs. It'll cost you about $15 and you can play the game. However, as far as I'm aware, as of March, the game will be free to play. So in my personal opinion, it's only a month to wait. Instead of purchasing the pack from now on, you might as well wait if you are interested in this game. And before we go any further into the video, if you are not currently subbed to the channel, make sure you do turn notifications on. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. All support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to support me further as a creator, then check out the links in the description. And let's get into it. So, I installed the game on Steam. It's an 80 megabyte download because you're just downloading the launcher. And then I started installing the actual game through their launcher, and it's about 60 gig, so it took me a little while to get it installed. Halfway through the installation, AVG flagged a false positive on a file, so I had to deal with that, take it out of the quarantine on AVG, then continue with the installation. I loaded up this game, not expecting too much, but I jumped into a match. First game, it put me on like a team deathmatch sort of mode. And it was just first to 2 rounds, 5 minutes each round, first to 50 kills. And yeah, we had our arse handed to us. We got absolutely battered. As a lot of you will know, I'm not the greatest player when it comes to shooters. I do manage to get myself some kills here and there. And not only that, I was doing like a fairly quick sort of test. I wasn't playing it for the full-on like immersion. So I was kind of just run and gun. However, even though we lost, even though I got slapped in terms of kills and deaths, I did actually enjoy the game. Then I moved on to Control, or whatever they want to call it. You just basically have to link 2 different objectives to start scoring points. So you get A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. And as long as you have, it's kind of like a Battlefield 2042 sector majority. So as long as you have A1 and A2, you'll start earning points for the Alpha sector. Then if you have B1, B2, you get it for the Bravo sector, so on and so forth. And this mode goes up to 5,000 points, or has a time limit of half an hour. And this, in my opinion, is where the most fun comes in. The maps seem quite balanced in their size. The weapons seem quite balanced. The TTK seems fairly inconsistent, in my opinion. Sometimes you can pop 2 shots into someone and they'll die. Other times you can pop, 7 or 8 shots into someone and they're still running around. And I don't think it's the case of them possibly having higher or lower health. I think there's just an inconsistency. Because I've even landed 4 or 5 shots on a player. I've died to them and they've still got like 60 or 70 health left. And I don't think it's the armor coming into effect either, because a lot of these players I've killed haven't had heavy duty armor on them. And obviously this is my opinion, so it's just based on my experience and what I feel. So map design, quite cool. Map size, fairly balanced. Weapons, decent. You have a leaning mechanic. You can crouch and prone. You've got all your typical FPS mechanics. You've got different class systems. So you'll eventually unlock marksman as you play more. You've got assault and all that sort of stuff. You even get kill streaks. You can call in UAVs. I also had artillery. I could get a tank if I saved up enough points. Everything is there as a foundation. They've done really well with the game. However, there is one problem. And for a game like this, it is huge. However, the developers are working on it and it's one of their priorities. So just fingers crossed they can get it done relatively soon, because it's been an issue for a long time, and that is the audio. The audio in this game absolutely fucking sucks. You have footsteps from your teammates louder than your enemies. Sometimes you could feel as though you're hearing something coming from the left and they're coming from the right. The guns sound like shit. The vehicles sound terrible. The audio is actually quite a put-off, especially trying to get into a game like this. But that really is my only complaint. I thoroughly enjoyed the game and I was trying to kind of ignore the audio towards the end, like still listening for it in case it helped me out. But in most cases I was ignoring it because it's all over the place. They haven't done enough for the audio to be acceptable. However, they are currently working on it as a high priority. So fingers crossed it does get sorted soon. However, right now, at least in the stress test, and I know the stress test is for servers and stuff, but this stress test is using the closed beta version of the game. So when the stress test shuts down on the 7th, it's going to go back to the closed beta, and the audio is going to be exactly the same as what it is now. So by the time the game goes free to play, if they stick to it in March, I'm really hoping they can have a fix out for the audio. Because the game does feel really good. It's smooth, it feels great to play, you can team up with other people, you've got your leaning mechanics. It's quite a typical sort of FPS, but it is a fun one. So fingers crossed they do get that audio sorted as soon as they possibly can. It's a high priority, but it could obviously still take a long time, especially seeing how bad it actually is. But what we're going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.